really don't know me from Adam, so this presentation is about how Clover Move came about and just a little bit about me and my past. So, Clover Move is my company. I came up with the name Clover Move because according to Irish tradition, the four-leaf clover stands for love, hope, faith, and luck. And I wanted a very nice company, a very just soothing company, and so we picked the clover, and that's how we came up with the name Clover Move. My history is I grew up in my family business. I started in 1973. I began modeling shoes for my dad's shoe store. Throughout the years, up through like 85 or so, I was organizing shoes in the back room, sorting shoes. Eventually I got out onto the sales floor, started selling, and always working with customers. Our customers ranged from infants to 100-year-old people, men, women, everything. So grew up in the family business. Eventually I moved to Dallas. After that, graduated from the University of North Texas. While I was up there, I worked at a couple of different shoe stores in the area. Once I graduated from North Texas, I went to Mississippi. I was a sales rep for Easy Spirit Shoes for a few years, covering 4 states in the South. Then my dad needed help with the store, so I moved back to Iowa City in 1992, bought the store from him in 1999. And just a little history about, it's called a boot shop. It's not just a boot shop, it was a shoe store. They used to call shoe stores booteries or boot shops way back in the day. So it was a shoe store. And the Lawrence brothers are in this picture up here are the ones who started it, and then there's my dad and me. So in 2006, we ended up closing the store. We were a fixture in downtown Iowa City for 87 years. And closed the store in 2006, which was very hard to close the store, but it did lay the foundation for my future, because what I gained from there was amazing. Learning how to sell, liquidate assets. We were constantly, obviously selling, liquidating assets every 6 months. I had to get rid of all the shoes for the season, so you're constantly going through that. Organizing, just keeping all of the stock organized, hundreds of thousands of dollars worth of stock organized. So constantly organizing, staging and merchandising, and then most importantly, customer service. So after that, I didn't know what I was going to do. You grow up in the family business, and that's all you know it like the back of your hand. You grow up in it, maybe you want to do it or you don't want to do it, but it's right there, so you do it. But anyhow, so here I am. And this kid comes into the store and he wants to know what I'm going to do with my inventory, because he wants to sell it on eBay. And long story short, we go into business together and we sell all my leftover inventory and stuff on eBay. We got into business with a car dealership in town. We always had cars on our site, and then we did a lot of business liquidations. We eventually parted ways, and I was still trying to figure out, okay, what am I going to do after Lauren's Boot Shop, or just, I don't know if I was just looking for something more concrete or what, but anyhow, I was like, well, I've got 2 storage units full of stuff, and I've been paying for storage, and I've been moving it around, and I had it there because I refused to sell it for pennies on the dollar. I just refused to do that. So what did I do? It's just crazy that you put it in storage and then you just sit there with it in storage and pay for it. And years go by and you don't even miss it, but you still just can't get rid of it because it's going to go for so cheap. Well, anyhow, I started selling it, and it was great. It was very just like this huge weight lifted off your shoulder, and actually became kind of addicting and selling stuff. I was like looking around the house, okay, what can I sell now? They're just looking everywhere. Friends, what can I sell? What can I sell? One thing that my dad said to me that kind of helped ease the pain was, if you purchase a dining room table in, say, 1990 for $3,000, you sell it for 150. E- Eventually, I mean, if you look at the math, you paid $95 a year for that table, where it sounds terrible that you paid $3,000, you're only going to get $150. Well, did you get $95 worth of good out of it a year?
Yeah.
You know? So kind of look at it like that and let it go, because somebody less fortunate that could never afford to have a table, a brand new table and chairs like that, they're just going to be so excited. So then, as I was selling everything off, then we moved to Utah. And in Utah, I get a call from a company called Auction Nation, and they're out of Phoenix, Arizona, and they do online auctions all across the country. And they found my resume online, and I just thought it was really weird because on my resume I had all this business owner stuff and retail stuff and everything, and there's one little blip about eBay sales. But that's what they saw. And so they called and wanted to know if I'd be the regional asset manager for the state of Utah. And I said, sure. So we started out with business liquidations. The first one was a 30,000 square foot office building that just got shut down. They went out of business, doors got locked, and we went in there. We had to sell everything in there. You know, people still had drinks on their desk and food on their desk and everything else. Anyhow, we had to clear that whole place out. We did this big, huge machinery in the middle of Utah. Lots of fast food restaurants, Indian market, another restaurant, well, several restaurants, but I just got a few pictures. A nursing home that the health department shut them down, same thing. You went in there and it was like everybody had just been, they shoot out of the building and their drinks and food and everything was still there. Had to sell everything in there. A call center for the Marriott. Lots of big toys, old vehicles. This bridal shop that probably had, I don't know, 10,000 bridal dresses in Denver, Colorado. School buses, semi trucks, you know, workout equipment, everything. So anyhow, storage units, toy store in Santa Barbara, TVs from Marriott that was, they're upgrading from 36 inch to 42 inch, so they had to get rid of all their old TVs, so we sold all their TVs. Anyhow, so then I kind of, why choose an online auction? Well, I think there's lots of reasons, but you can get rid of everything very quickly. Like we could do it, start today and be done in a week to 10 days, getting rid of everything. A restaurant, I mean, we've done in a week. People are paying you to haul things off, so instead of you paying people to haul stuff off and go to different places, people are paying you to haul stuff off. If you can get over the fact that you're not getting a lot for your stuff, just, you gotta think about the positives. It's much better than Marketplace because all of our customers are vetted. They've got to put in their name, their address, their phone number, their credit card number, everything, and they've got a specific time to come and pick their stuff up. So we know that they're going to come and pick it up. We're not waiting around for them. So that is much better, and then obviously we can reach a much larger audience than just an estate sale, your old traditional estate sale. So then, after all of the commercial sales, and I still would do commercial sales, but I like the estate sales just because I've been through it so many times. Since I closed the store, I've moved 11 times myself, so I know all about moving and organizing it and getting rid of stuff and all of that just because I've done it so many times. So started gravitating towards the estate sales. Had a really good following built up in Utah. You know, there's all sorts of amazing things that you can find in estate sales. Lots of, anytime you see the tool sheds like that, that's good. Those sell really well. And a lot of collectibles, just lots of fun things. While I was conducting the estate sales, I found out that people needed more services. Everyone would say to me, well, can you take this stuff to the junkyard? Can you take this to the dump? Can you arrange for the house cleaning? Can you arrange for the movers? You know, are you a realtor? So I actually was a realtor in Utah, but I'm not here. So that is why I became a one-stop shop, so I can do all of everything that you need for your move, from decluttering, organizing, managing the move, doing the estate sale, cleaning everything out, junk removal, organizing the movers, and working with a realtor to sell your house. So that's how I got to where I am right now. Any questions? Yes?
Where is your range, your audience now? I mean, like for somebody who needs you to come and help organize and clean out, how far will you go for that?
The Dallas, Fort Worth Metroplex. I've traveled a long ways before. I guess it just kind of depends on what the job is, but I'd like to stay close to here.
Okay.